BBC Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app on your smart speaker and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock, this is Justine Green. Nurses across the UK could soon announce their biggest ever strike. The Royal College of Nursing says a large majority of its members have voted in favour of industrial action, although the results of the ballot are still being counted. The RCN says a strike would not affect emergency care. The government said nurses should carefully consider the impact on patients. Maxine, a nurse in Yorkshire, explains why she's voted to strike.
I think the situation with nursing at the moment is untenable. We're short of over 40,000 nurses in England and Wales. When you have less nurses, you end up having to take on a greater workload of patients, and that affects patient safety and patient mortality, unfortunately. And also pay is a big issue as well. Obviously, we've had, a pay cut in real terms over the past 10 years.
The COP27 climate conference has opened in Egypt. Countries are being urged to come up with an historic pact to reduce carbon emissions. Dr. Carmody Gray is a Catholic theologian who was part of the effort to get religious voices heard at last year's summit. She says climate activism should focus on values as well as facts.
The environmental movement is still repeating data as though that's going to change things, and it's just not. For some reason, the facts about climate change have not become important enough to us. They haven't connected with values in a way that would actually produce change. We are literally funding our own extinction. And that's not something that rational actors do. We're not evoking the kinds of horizons that actually change people, that actually motivate people in a long-term way. We just aren't doing it.
A senior government minister has denied that Rishi Sunak knew details of bullying allegations against Sir Gavin Williamson before he gave him a job. Oliver Dowden said that Sir Gavin regretted the texts he sent to a colleague and they were not acceptable, but he insisted the Prime Minister had not seen the details. The scrapping of the rise in national insurance contributions comes into effect today. The reversal of the 1.25% increase will save 28 million people an average of £330 a year. The United Nations Human Rights Commissioner has criticised Twitter's new owner Elon Musk. Volker Turk said the billionaire's decision to sack the site's entire human rights team was not an encouraging start. The technology journalist Charlotte Colombo says the department did a vital job.
Their purpose was to protect users who might be at risk of human rights abuse, so activists and especially people in active conflict like Ukraine. A lot of the things that make Twitter, the things that make it usable and accessible for everyone, make it a safe place to be, those crucial teams now no longer exist.
The UK is to have an additional bank holiday next year, 2 days after the coronation of King Charles III at Westminster Abbey. It means there will be 3 bank holidays in May. And the weather, a cloudy and rainy day ahead. That's the BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 10.
Thank you. Hello, welcome back.
Steve Wright, Sunday Love Songs.
It is Love Songs.
Steve Wright, Sunday Love Songs.